The Methodologies Project here in Pahrump, Nevada started out as at a state level under the Governor's Methamphetamine Task Force. That Methamphetamine Task Force was formed by the Governor as in response to the growing methamphetamine problem across the state of Nevada. I believe that last year Nevada was recognized as the state with the largest methamphetamine problem. And so as a response, the Governor formed this task force, and then he attached some state dollars to it. And one of the avenues that they came up with to deal with it was awareness and education through the coalitions across the state. There's currently 12 coalitions across the state that are receiving funding, and each of us are working on individual and coordinated activities to address the methamphetamine problem, specifically looking at social norming, which is a way to kind of twist things and make you look at, while we are all impacted by methamphetamine and the problems that come with it, also looking at the fact that the majority of us don't use methamphetamine, but that it still affects our lives. Each coalition received a certain amount of funding. NyCommunities Coalition received around $50,000 to work on awareness and education, and we've been doing that in collaboration with our local task force committee members, which have come up with a plan that we've been implementing, the methodologies that you'll be seeing and hearing about. The Governor's Methamphetamine Task Force has representation from all across the state of Nevada. They were all appointed by the Governor to serve on it. We're lucky here in Nye County that we have Dr. Roberts with the Nye County School District Superintendent serving on that. I think it's been a great benefit to us locally to have our own viewpoints being put up at that state level.
What are you doing?
Getting some money.
Why?
Because I spent all mine.
Why?
Because I have to get stuff.
Like what?
Drugs, okay? Meth.
What did you need that for?
Because I need it.
Meth addiction affects us all. 88% of youth in Nye County don't abuse drugs.
What we're mainly wanting people to understand is that even though most of us don't use methamphetamine, we're all impacted at a local level, whether it's through crime, the drug-endangered children, theft of our own personal property, the impact of use to our family and friends. We're all impacted by this.
West Care Nevada teamed up with NyCommunities Coalition in a partnership, and we got a grant from the state of Nevada that was designed to change social norms in the communities that got the grant, and also to educate against substance abuse, specifically methamphetamine, but not just methamphetamine. We wanted the youth to be seen in a new light by their elders, and we wanted them to see themselves in a new light.
We didn't have a lot of time to really learn new writing skills because we first met in February, and we had to have the commercials airing by April 1st so that they'd run 90 days. We were filming the commercials in March. It was crazy, but AJ's a writer, and he actually wrote the script for one of the commercials.
Teams, the most valuable renewable energy source in our community. 88% of youth in Nye County don't abuse drugs.
We created commercials by the kids. They created t-shirts, they did magazine ads. We created a live show that we've toured all over Nye County. They've also learned to put up their own lights and run their own sound, and that's pretty exciting, set up their sets, and they got it down pat. They're really awesome at it.
We're trying to tell kids about how dangerous meth is and other substances, and that we shouldn't abuse them because they hurt people, and not just the people that are taking them, but the people around them, because they feel their wrath. Well, they feel what happens to them because they aren't the same. They're angry all the time, and when they're high, they're just weird.
By the time the big event came, we had toured to Beatty, Tonopah, and Gab. Every school situation was different, and every audience was too. So we pretty much had the whole setup and performance thing down. People knew what they were doing, especially the kids who actually got to go on all the tours. They had their jobs and knew how to work together. They could even check each other for safety issues and if they were doing it right.
I am in the Methodologies group, and we are performing, trying to get the dangers of substance abuse out to Pahrump, change Pahrump's way of thinking about itself, to find more positive things to do, like for teenagers, instead of doing all these drugs, you know, go out, play soccer, play basketball, do that kind of thing. I am involved with many of Francie Winter's productions. I was in the plays, the last play, and I'm in select choir at school, and that keeps me pretty busy with homework.
One of the projects also was the community night out, where we got through the grant tickets for the Spitfire Grill show that the Arts Council puts on. Just perfect for maybe that audience where the lead is not a perfect individual. She's a person who's been through a lot, and in the process of going through this transformation, she discovers that she's not a bad person. Just bad things have happened to her, and she also affects the entire community, which is kind of what we want to do. And so we thought it was a perfect marriage, this particular show, and we think it's going really well. But we also had another piece that we reached out to the art departments in different schools that would, you know, accept our proposition to come in and bring in a project we called the Inside Out Art Gallery for youth. And the idea was that they would show how they felt about things in their art, and that was the inside, and we're showing it out to the outside.
Cost of getting high on meth the first time, $10. Income from extra shift at work because you are high, $72. Cost of staying high, $300. Cost of losing your health and the trust of everybody you care about, priceless.